Are you looking for ways to get more clients for your SEO agency? I would highly recommend LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a great place to start getting organic leads for your agency. How? Inbound marketing. Clients are reaching out to you rather than you reaching out to them. And what you do is you put out very valuable content on LinkedIn in order for people to see you as a credible resource and want to follow your stuff, and you gain an audience, and then people will start asking you about your services and how you can help them. So today I'm going to be showing you my exact content strategy for LinkedIn on how to gain an audience and how to get those potential customers, or all organically. Let's dive in. So gaining an audience, my LinkedIn content strategy. So does it actually work? Yes, LinkedIn acquisition definitely works. You can see here, I got in my first inbound lead when I posted an article on SEO for travel websites. A travel website reached out to me, found me, went on my website, emailed me and said, hey, how do I work with you, right? How do I pay you for your services to help me, right? So yes, it actually works. Why LinkedIn? So LinkedIn is actually the most effective B2B social media channel for qualifying leads. And that is because it is a professional network. So unlike TikTok, unlike Instagram, it is a professional network in order for you to start getting leads, right? So people are on there for professional reasons and for networking reasons. So they're more open to looking for services on there and following educational content. Cool. So stop. So the very first thing that we need to dial down is the avatar's pain points and what your offer is. So I'll share mine, and this can give you more insight into how to create yours. So the very first thing is my avatar is SaaS companies and AI startups. So I love working with SaaS companies and AI startups. I really know how to grow their blog and their overall SEO strategy. So what is their pain points? Mainly I'm seeing is that what they struggle with is standing out from the crowd, especially in the tech space. It is so saturated. There's so many competitors in the niche. They don't necessarily care about being on the first page of Google, but they care about being one position above their competitors, right? They really want to be on that first position of Google, first page Google, right? Because they want all their competitors to be below them. So they want to stand out from the crowd and show their audience that they are the first and foremost credible resources. They want to also increase that visibility. So they want to reach more potential customers when they're searching online. So how do I do this? How do I solve that pain point from them? I make sure that they are actually having that targeted audience coming to their site, right? So I only post content and rank for keywords that potential customers are actually searching for. So these are high converting customers gaining more visibility on their site. So I create blog posts. You can click on that blog post, right? Customers will click on that blog post and see, okay, cool, who's this brand? I see these calls to action to this product, to the service. And that just increases brand awareness and visibility for the SaaS company or AI startup that I work with. One of their pain points is generating organic leads, right? They don't want to pay for paid ads. They don't want to pay for constant ads, right? They don't want constant ad spending. They want to start getting leads organically, right? Through the compounding effect of organic content. So they don't want to be in this hamster wheel of spending so much money on paid ads every single month just to get leads. The fourth is building brand trust and credibility. So they want high rankings and actual valuable and informative content to show their audience that they are the go-to source in this space, in this industry, right? So they want to signal trust and expertise in that realm in order for them to be the go-to resource, in order for them to buy their product or subscribe to their subscription. And again, as I already alluded to, they want to outbeat their competitors, right? The tech space is already so competitive. They want to outrank them. So what do you do if you don't know your avatar's pain points, right? Just make sure you ask them, chat GPT, chat AI, be like, what's my avatar's pain points? And that's where you get to know what your avatar's pain points are. But honestly, you're a real person. They're real people. Just ask them, right? Ask your potential clients. My offer, so I'll share you guys what my offer is. So my offer is getting SaaS companies, AI startups, more customers, right? How do I do this? So the very first thing is we want to set up their blog for success. So I make sure that I do a whole content and technical audit to tell Google that we're actually getting serious, because Google new algorithm updates, they're not just looking at one blog post, they're looking at the whole site as a whole in order to rank any blog post. So When I first do this, I call it a blog makeover, and I'm telling Google that we're getting serious about the blog, about the website, and making sure that we have all SEO best practices in place, right? So this just helps the company really as a whole identity have that brand credibility. The next thing is monthly competitive keyword research. They can stay ahead of their competition, right? I don't just do a data dump out of Ahrefs and be like, cool, and sort highest volume to lowest volume. That's not what I do for customers, right? I actually comb through every single one of my keywords and make sure that it is something that's going to provide value for those customers and bring on those high converting customers and are keywords that will actually allow them to rank on the first position on the first page of Google, right? So they can stay ahead of their competitors. That's what I offer, not just keyword research. I offer them having high converting customers coming to their site. The next thing is content planning that only speaks to your target audience. As I alluded to, I don't just do a data dump of keywords and I don't just say, hey, publish this here. I'm actually strategically thinking, cool, this month, this customer probably wants to hear this, to receive this. That's why I'm always staying on the hot new trends of what's happening in each of my clients' space so they know what keywords and content pieces to write for that specific month. So I never do like, hey, this is 6 months ahead in the future. We don't know what's going to be trending 6 months ahead in the future. So I always make sure it's monthly, it's strategic, and I have a plan in place to make sure that I'm getting those high converting customers to their site. The next one is writing value first content, right? Again, as I alluded to, I don't just say, hey, ChatGPT, write me an article, right? That's not what I do. I leverage AI. Of course, you are going to get outbeaten in the world of AI if you don't leverage it, right? You don't use it, but you do want to make sure that you're always putting value first content. So mine are all written by humans, myself or my content writer. We write these articles and we know they're going to outrank competitors because most competitors are being lazy and maybe just using AI, but also not putting value first, right? Information first that speaks to their targeted audience. And Google loves this. Google wants to rank those articles, right? Especially as AI has become the hot new trend. It's saying, hey, no, we actually still want you to provide value first content pieces. So in my content pieces, I always have screenshots and infographics that are branded for the company and show even more credibility, right? And provide even more value because people don't just like written stuff. They also like visually seeing what you are teaching them. The next is content marketing aligning with the blog topics to grow your audience even more, right? We already are creating these blog topics. We want to have an audience that reaches out to everyone, right? We want to build an audience everywhere. It doesn't make sense just to do all this work for these blog post topics. So I always tell my clients, hey, let's repurpose this content and make LinkedIn posts, Facebook posts, Google My Business posts, right? Instagram, Twitter, etc. So you really want to make sure that you're doing an holistic approach to content creation to build that audience even more, right? So I'm building my audience even more and doing what makes sense for my company or my business. And if their customers are more found on Instagram, I'll say, hey, let's do Instagram. If they're more found on LinkedIn, hey, let's do LinkedIn. Cool. And then high quality backlinks that rank their content even higher for search engines and gain more authority. Who doesn't want to rank higher? Who doesn't want to gain more authority? You can do that by building backlinks and hiring and increasing your DR, right? So let's dive into the fun part. What content should you publish on LinkedIn to gain more clients, right? To really speak to that avatar and gain more of that inbound traffic coming to your agency. Amazing. So there's two types of content pieces. So the first is pillar and the second is daily. So for pillar, your first content piece should be solving client problems. Your second should be removing roadblocks for clients. Third should be useful templates that solve their problem. Fourth is case studies, client case studies, right? You want to be sharing, hey, I got these results for this company. This is how I can help you. 5 is interesting roundup. So I'll give examples of all of these. So the first one is solving client problems. So how do you solve client problems? Again, as I already said, hey, this is my offer and this is what I offer you, right? This is my first content piece. So go ahead, steal my SEO framework. I dare you, be warned that will bring your SaaS company more growth and more success, right? But if you don't want more money, divert your eyes immediately, right? My proven getting you more customers growth framework will benefit you by skyrocketing your organic traffic, getting loads of ready to buy customers eyeballs on your site and drive enormous revenue returns to your software products. How do I do that? Here's my proven getting you more customers framework. I literally lay it out for them. This will solve all your problems. And here is it for free, right? So I give it away. I tell them to share with their team, and here it is. And that's how I solve the client problems. The other LinkedIn post I have here is here's my 6-part proven getting you more customers framework for SaaS startups that increases organic traffic by 355%. Yes, you need that, right? I know. Here's my exact framework. And I literally give them my framework. It's just reiterating my offer and what I offer them in a different way. But it is telling them, hey, do you want to solve a problem? This is how you do it. So I have the 6 steps, my 6 offer pieces that I do to solve their problem. And then I have even a testimonial. You can see at the end, I say, want to see the kind of results you can get my framework, have a peek down below. Have any questions? Ask me, right? You always want to call to action, ask me, right? Go out of your way to say, hey, reach out to me if you have any questions. And that is the way to get inbound, people reaching out to you, potential customers reaching out to you. Cool. And you can see I have this up into the right graph of one of my clients, and this is how I scaled their traffic by 355%. Content type number 2 is removing roadblocks for your clients. So I do this by, on the right-hand side, you can see my post, what's preventing your company blog from growing. Here are the top 3 roadblocks that I know you're stopping your growth right now. One of them is not publishing consistently, right? Hitting the brakes on publishing. 2 is brag less and inform more, right? Companies aren't putting out valuable content. They're just adding a bunch of calls to actions and saying, hey, this is why my company is so great. No, actually give your reader valuable information and not just a sales pitch. And then 3 is not sharing on all these different social media platforms, right? You really want to shout your blogs up to the rooftop and repurpose all your content pieces. So, and then I have a call action down here. My question for you is answer honestly, are you doing any of these things that are holding your blog back, right? So I'm like, tell me your struggles, right? I want to hear them. I want to help. DM me, message me, comment me, right? Because I want my clients reaching out to me. So again, I can help them and potentially sell my services to them, right? Because I do want to help them at the end of the day. And then this one to the left, you can see this kind of content piece I have here. It's specifically helping people build an SEO agency. So I say this is how my coaching calls go, right? Because I work with people on building an SEO agency. I work with a lot of students. So I say, hey, student, like one of the students comes to me and they say, hey, can you help me start up my SEO agency? I go, me, yeah, here's exactly what to do. And I give them what to do. The student goes, but I don't know how to find clients, right? Me, start on Upwork and then start sending cold emails. Student goes, I don't have time. Client acquisition is too much for me right now. I'm like, find the time. A little goes a long way. Student is like, I lost motivation, can't stay consistent. And then you must not want to build your dream business that badly, right? So I get it. You have a personal life. I'm here for you. So this is roadblocks that my students have when they're creating an SEO agency. And this is me literally telling them how to do it. So I'm just putting it in a more creative tone that's conversational. So I'm really helping them with their roadblocks. Next content piece for pillar is useful templates that solve their problems. So on the left here, I say organic traffic tanking, not able to convert customers. Thank you, Server to Google algorithm update. I can help. And then I literally blur out my template, but I say comment, yes, more growth, please, below. And I'll DM you completely for free my template, right? So you want to provide those useful templates. Or to the right here, I have again my offer. This is the same piece that you saw before. So you can see these can go, in different types of content types, but it's just my offer. Hey, this is how I help you. Here's my useful template. Content type 4. Client case studies, right? So I have client case studies. So the left, I have how I scaled a DR from 0 to 48. Here I say, are you following all the right SEO practices, but your page is still not ranking on the first page of Google? The solution to higher DR. Let me explain. And I share how I got the higher DR up and how that helped with rankings. And to the right is a client case study, how I scaled my clients' organic traffic by 355%. When I first started working with my B2B SaaS client, right, I'm speaking directly to my avatar and who my avatar is, their organic traffic was plummeting. I stepped in and revived their organic traffic and boom. So within 2.5 months, I scaled their organic traffic by 355%. I took their impressions, their clicks from this to that, right? Want to know if I can do the same for your SaaS business? Let's find out together. DM me. And I have a screenshot up and right to the right graph, right? And up and to the right graph always stops the scroll on LinkedIn, because when you're on LinkedIn, you're scrolling, someone will come across the image, they'll see the up and to the right graph, they'll see the insane DR go from 0 to 48, and that stops the scroll and gets them to read your post. So you're like, wow, why would I not want traffic like that? Why would I not want an insane DR like that, right? So it really stops. Quick learning, this is how you write a good case study. You want to have the pain point. So you can see here I have, are you following all the right SEO practices, but are your pages still not ranking, right? That's their pain point. They're doing everything that they think they should be doing in terms of SEO, but their pages are still not ranking. And I say the solution is a higher DR, right? And then the result, then you want to have the result under that, is the site was brand new, starting at 0 DR. Now they're up to 48. So I said, hey, here's the result that I got for a client. And then call to action, right? You always want to have a call to action. My call to action here is want to see the same growth of your domain rating. Finally, see those page rankings for the first page of Google. DM me if you want to know how, right? So that's call to action. They DM me and I talk to them about how I can help them. Content type number 5 is interesting roundups. So I have here, I just list out what potentially could help them. It's usually a numbered list or a bullet point list. That's just interesting, something that speaks to them. So here I speak with my SEO agency audience, say, hey, looking to land your first few SEO clients. Here are the 2 of the best platforms to get you started, Upwork and Cold Email. So I list the 2, and then that's my roundup post. Pillar content piece, those are 5 different types. You want to publish at least once per week. It doesn't matter which one. You want to switch up the different types, but you want to publish at least once per week. And the highest engagement on LinkedIn is Monday and Tuesday, so make sure you're putting your pillar posts either one of those days, so Monday or Tuesday. The next type of content is daily content. So there's 3 different types of daily content that I like to create. So the first is guide. I like to lead. I like to guide my audience, right? The second is uncover. I like to uncover things from my audience. Could be stats, reports, etc. And the third is reporting. I like to do some interviewing and then report back what my insights are and what I found. Cool. So guide, I share from experience. So again, you want to talk directly to your avatar and not your peers. So you have here on the right-hand side, one of my posts is fellow SaaS marketers. Tired of turning out content that ranks high but gets crickets on engagement? Let's face it, keyword stuff articles might appease search algorithms, but they leave real people bored. Here's the shift that you need. And I say focus on value, speak to humans, spark conversations, right? So I talk about, remember, content marketing is about building relationships, not just ranking. Here is me guiding them in the right direction for content marketing. So I'm saying what my values are, what I believe in, and this is how it will help them. So I'm speaking directly to my avatars with SaaS marketers. I'm just telling them, hey, from experience, this is what I learned. This is what's going to help you, because I know from my expertise and what I found and what I do. So the next thing is uncover. So you want to uncover things. So I study the top 5 SaaS websites. Here's what I learned. Or I went through the lead flow for 19 SaaS websites. Here's what they missed. Or 3 is I watched the 5 most recent people on YouTube. Here's what I learned about YouTube. So I have here, I found a State of AI 2024 report from SEMrush. And it talked about all the different AI trends happening for content marketing. So I literally list out all the trends here and I say, hey, like, this is what you should know about, right? So I'm reading up on something, I found something, and I'm covering it for my audience. And I'm saying, again, I'm still saying, how can this help you and how you should implement it? But I'm just restating something that I found online that could help my audience, right? So that's how I uncover. The next is reporting. So this is basically a mix between the uncovering and then guiding, because you uncover something, right? You share a statistic, but then you tie in your insights, your experience, and you're like, hey, this is what I think about this. So an example here is I interview the CEOs of companies behind the top 10 AI startups. And then the second here is the creator of an AI startup is now a 1 million in revenue. Here's how he did it, right? So over here, I have a post that says, forget $1 million ad campaigns. Spotify founder Toby built a 200 billion empire with brilliant bootstraps marketing. Here's how we did it. And obviously I have to do a lot of digging to figure out, who Toby is, what he did. And then from my insights and my expertise, I'm like, cool, this makes sense. This is how he did it, right? And I share all the things that he did that will help in marketing and turned those happy customers into really like raving fans. So I share about that. So that's daily content. You want to publish that once a day, Monday through Friday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you want to be publishing once of these daily content pieces per day. And amazing. And that's all I have for you in terms of my LinkedIn content strategy and how to get clients through building an organic audience on LinkedIn. Let me know what your posts are. Share your LinkedIn profiles with me down below, and let's see what kind of content you're creating, and let's see those organic leads coming into your agency. So excited. So that's how you get organic leads through LinkedIn. Post daily, weekly on LinkedIn. I shared with you my exact content strategy. Steal it, take it, make it your own, and start building that organic audience there in order to get more customers for your agency, all organically. Comment below your LinkedIn profile. I'll have a look at your LinkedIn and I'll connect with you. So comment that below and I will see you there.